reconvene our regular meeting at 6:08. All right, good evening. I am going to call to order the Timnath Town Council meeting for Tuesday, June 9th. Ms. Bernhoff, will you take the roll?
Mayor Robert Axmacher,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Luke Wagner,
Here.
Councilmember Jeremy Holt,
Here.
Councilmember Bill Jenkins,
Here.
Councilmember Dennis Strakota.
Here.
All right, all of council is present and accounted for. Are there any requests to amend the agenda this evening? All right, seeing none, we will move on to our first item, which is very exciting, recognition of our Timnath Middle School spring athletes. So if I could ask council to join me up here. We have 4 different teams to recognize this evening. We will begin with the girls' golf team. So if I could have the golf team come join us up here. All right. Well, congratulations to the middle school golf team. They captured their 3rd consecutive district championship. They actually finished 4th overall amongst all teams, including the boys' teams, right? So that's a very impressive feat. Also wanted to offer special congratulations to Tatum Carlucci, who shot an 83, which earned her the title of 2026 Individual District Champion for girls golf. So. Good job. And then, I'm not sure, is Coach Merrill here? Yeah, Coach, come on up here. Yeah, I also want to recognize Coach Erin Merrill for her work with the team. So, very good. We're all so proud of you, and thank you so much for coming and celebrating with us here today. Thank you. Good job. All right, let's stay up, council. Next, can I get the track and field team to join us? Right. All right, you Jameson or Ruben? Ruben. All right, Jameson. Gotcha. All right. We'll want to recognize the track and field team who had an outstanding season this year. Specifically, we had 2 different individual champions, including Jason Grasshorn, who's not here, but he was the district champion for the boys' shot put and the boys' discus. And then here with us today is Ruben Maldonado, who is a district champ and the new school record holder for the boys' 100-meter dash. And is Coach Sheriff here? No. Okay. I want to recognize Jason. Is it Sifrif? Sifrif. Yeah. Sifris. Very good. Well, Ruben, congratulations, and thank you for being here representing the team. All right. Next, we have the girls' soccer team. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations to the middle school girls soccer team for winning the inaugural PSD Middle School Soccer District Championship. We're very proud of you, and I believe with us here, head coach Nate Blank. Well, Coach, good job. Yeah. And finally, the softball team. problem with doing this during the summer. Everyone's off doing fun things, right? All right. Well, congratulations to our middle school softball team who captured the first district championship in our program's history. They beat the Weber Middle School with a resounding 12-2 victory. Way to go. 10-run rule, huh? Special recognition to head coach Emily Schulhuber and assistant coaches Angela Pullins and Dean Rummel. So congratulations, team. Thank you for being here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, appreciate it. It's good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Excellent. All righty. Next agenda item is public comment. Public comment is an opportunity for members of the public to address council on items that do not otherwise have a portion for comment. This evening, we do have one public hearing, which is related to the Ladera Business District. So if you'd like to speak on that item, I would ask you to wait until we call that. Otherwise, you may speak to council on any matter of general interest to the town. Each speaker is afforded 3 minutes, and it looks like we have had 3 people sign up this evening. So I will begin and ask Lee Godfrey to join us. Godfrey, good evening.
Evening. Am I? Yeah, okay. I don't have to press anything. All right. Yeah, good evening. Thank you for your time. I just have a brief statement that I'm going to read. So, every year the town of Timnath puts on a fireworks display for the 4th of July. I've enjoyed it in past years. However, being the nerd that I am, I wondered just how much that costs the town. I contacted town staff and was told the cost for the actual fireworks is $115,000. When you include the other requirements for shooting off explosives, the cost rises to $300,000. The show lasts around 30 minutes for a cost of $10,000 per minute. At the last meeting, you discussed the cost for chip and seal to maintain our roads, and that was quoted at $1 million. Costs for that are expected to rise. I'm here to ask that you reconsider sponsoring such an expensive part of the 4th of July event. That money could be better spent on roads, the new recreation center, town vehicles, etc. It could be used to hire an economic development professional to help expand our business income. In addition, the loud display is disturbing to wildlife, livestock, and for some people. It makes no sense to burn $300,000 of taxpayer money when we are all having to tighten our belts. Fort Collins and Windsor have fireworks displays. I suggest Timnath residents go to their shows and let them burn their taxpayer dollars. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Godfrey. Appreciate you being here. All right, next we have John Troca. Troca, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and council members.
Thank you for joining us. You've got 3 minutes.
My name is John Troca. I'm here as president of the Wild Wing Metro District and as a resident of the Wild Wing community. There's an old saying in the dry Mountain West, whiskey is for drinking and water is for fighting over. Unfortunately, I am here tonight to let you know that one of those fights is coming to the Wild Wing community of Timnath. Wild Wing's water service provider is North Weld County Water District. The community has both a potable and a non-potable system, which are now owned, operated, and maintained by North Weld. These systems serve all customers within Wild Wing, including all the homeowners, the Metro District for its parks and open spaces, homeowner associations, and the town of Timnath for its Wild Wing Town Park. The Wild Wing Metro District was formed for a limited purpose of financing and constructing public infrastructure. That infrastructure has been dedicated to the appropriate service providers, including North Weld. Today, the Metro District's remaining responsibilities are paying the debt on those construction costs and maintaining the community's parks and open spaces, excluding the town park, which is your responsibility. While there are several issues the Metro District and the community have been working to resolve with Northweld, the immediate concern is a letter the Metro District received on May 15th. In that letter, Northweld indicated it would shut off the community's non-potable water system on June 18th. Unless the Metro District agreed to a proposed letter agreement that they sent. That agreement would increase non-potable water rates by approximately 250% for all Wild Wing customers and impose additional requirements that the Metro District does not have the authority or legal standing to accept on behalf of the community. For several years, the Metro District has tried to clarify with Northweld that it is not their agent in Wild Wing, and it does not have authority to represent water policies on Northweld's or enforce those policies on Northweld's individual customers. Through legal counsel, the Metro District responded that it could not sign the proposed agreement because it directly conflicts with the community's non-potable water service agreement, which was negotiated between Northweld and the developers back in 2007 and amended in 2012. Additionally, just changing rates and service conditions requires proper notice and transparency to all affected customers. As of this date, the only customer that has been notified is the Metro District. None of the homeowners have received anything indicating they were losing potable water service. Non-potable, excuse me. The Wild Wing community understands the drought conditions affecting Colorado and the importance of conservation. Residents have supported conservation efforts and will continue to do so. However, we also expect Northweld to fulfill its contractual water supply delivery requirement.
Thank you, Mr. Troca. We appreciate your comments today. All right, next I have Edith Matasic. Good evening. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for your time. Can you hear me? There we go. I also live in Wild Wing. I live in a patio home in Wild Wing, and I so appreciate the new park. It is green, it's lush, it's being watered twice a day, every single day. It's beautiful. I just came from a pickleball lesson in one of the parks, so I appreciate all that effort. However, we are now finding ourselves in really dire straits just a few yards away from this park that's utilizing a lot of water. We've cut back to just 3 times a week, and for a limited period of time. I'm in a patio home, so it's very limited to our water. All the individual houses actually have a meter for potable and non-potable. We attended the Northweld Water Board meeting yesterday, and we asked them, could they monitor and surcharge people who are using large amounts of water. You know, the grass was brown. People, once the water came on, of course, we're going to water. People are watering who have beautiful lawns and who have invested in that subdivision. So we're kind of at odds with Northweld, but we see that you have plenty of water from them and would appreciate helping us solve this problem or sharing your water somehow. So we will not be suffering and losing all of our landscaping and trees that we've invested in and beautifying that area. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your comments today. Those are the only folks who have signed up, but before we move on, I'll ask if there's anyone who's present that did not get a chance to sign up but would like to address council this evening. Okay, I don't see anyone. So we will move on now to our consent agenda, consisting of 2 items this evening. First, approval of the May 26th, 2026 Town Council meeting minutes. And second, resolution number 38, Series 2026, a resolution approving the master services and purchasing agreement with Axon Enterprise Incorporated for public safety software and services. Council, any requests to remove any items from the consent agenda? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as read?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments before we vote? Okay. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda as read signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay? Consent agenda passes unanimously. We will now move on to mayor and council reports. I'll start over here with Councilmember Jenkins this evening.
Yeah, I had a council chat last week, and Anyways, there was a nice turnout. The individuals had a couple of concerns. One had to do with low-hanging trees over streets in Timnath Ranch, I believe Sienna, and I suggested that they fill out the code form on the website for follow-up. And then the other issue was one of bike safety and signage on Colorado Boulevard out by Wild Wing. And again, I directed them to you, Kim, and the safety, ongoing safety study that we're doing in town. So they seem to be pretty happy with those responses. The other thing, North Front Range, there's been more activity there with the staff obtaining grants for some of the activities that have to do with transportation, which means that actually this coming fiscal year, they will be in the positive. There's about roughly close to $6 million fund they have in a trust fund, and they've been dipping into the interest from that in past years, and it looks like they won't, they'll be net positive financially the next year, this next fiscal year. And also they got an unqualified accounting review, not unqualified, a qualified accounting review with no discrepancy. So basically the best they could get, and it's a federal level accounting review. So that was good news.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem, any updates?
I just want to thank staff for their time and effort for the ice cream social. Always a good time to attend. It started out really hot, so I was glad. Weather kind of got cooler as the day went on. I know the ice cream line was super long, so always a positive thing to see all residents turn out and enjoy themselves with all the bounce houses and everything that's out there. I thought the band was really good, really positive band. So I just want to congratulate staff and thank all the residents who came out.
Councilmember Holt?
No, I was also going to bring up the ice cream social. Seemed well attended. I don't know if we have numbers yet as far as how many people were there. Plethora of opportunities. I think that's probably more inflatables than I've seen, and it still seems that every line is 40 kids deep or more on. So as they grow. My son had the opportunity to get up on stage with me, and now he wants to be on the microphone at every event. So you might see a 5-year-old become a new MC for the town of Timnath. He loved it. He tried to take the microphone from me and said, "Let me talk." But great events. I also have council chats coming up. I think we're confirming the exact time. If I'm not mistaken, 23rd, 24th, it'll be posted as well, but I think we're going to do it in the morning here at
Mayor, can I make one more comment? I saw Councilmember Holt there, and what we kind of commented was how great the events are to have residents provide feedback on all the projects that we're doing in town, how staff come out and they're there getting, from Peanut Park to interacting with our police officers. But I thought it was great. I think we had the marketing campaign out there as well, and everything that's out there. So I know, I really appreciate the events for what it gives to our residents, but I also appreciate that we get feedback during those events as well. You just don't see those at other community events. So thank you, staff.
Councilmember Dakota?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I too would have been at the ice cream social, but you would have run out of ice cream fairly quickly. But I did want to recognize the work and cooperation of several partner communities for the upcoming event this Saturday to celebrate the opening of the Poudre River Trail. that celebration will be held at our community park. We're the halfway point. And I look forward to, at some point in the future, being able to connect Old Town with the river trail. I think that will be a big boost for Old Town as well as the community. And if you've been out and about this last weekend, you saw a substantial increase in the number of bikers. So it's very valuable in terms of just people getting out and recreating and also seeing our community. I can't speak for Timnath South Metro District, but I know that Trailside Metro District helped construct part of the trail that runs through the neighborhood and will continue to maintain it. So residents within that Metro District have made a contribution to the trail itself. Thank you.
Thank you. I think folks hit the highlights for the trail this weekend. There's a ceremony at 9, and then events going from 10 to 1. So kind of a drop in anytime. Did I get that all right, Ben? And then, of course, as mentioned earlier in public comment, July 4th, we will have the fireworks at the reservoir. All right, we will move on to our regular business items, beginning with item 7A, resolution number 39, series 2026, a resolution approving the intergovernmental agreement with the city of Fort Collins for the Harmony Corridor and I-25 traffic management planning study. Ms. Koivumini.
Good evening, council members. We're here today with a brief presentation to update you on what we have been working on the Harmony Road corridor. So tonight we are looking to approve an IGA with Fort Collins. This is a formal agreement with Fort Collins that allows the two agencies to move forward on a planning study with a very long title, officially the Harmony Road, Weld County Road 74 Regional Corridor and Traffic Study project. What the IGA does is it establishes Timnath and Fort Collins as study partners. It defines the agency's responsibility and financial participation. In this case, Fort Collins will be taking the lead on selecting a consultant, and we will be co-managing the project with them. It allows the agencies to jointly manage the study process, provides a framework for the coordination, and authorizes Timnath's study contribution of $200,000. Why are we doing this? Harmony Road is a regionally significant corridor. Some might say it's a priority corridor or should be a priority corridor in the future. Continued growth in the corridor is increasing demand on this corridor. Congestion at the interchange affects safety, travel reliability, and emergency response. We're seeing that from our fire trucks that we share with Peter Valley, our schools and buses that need to get across. This is a multiple jurisdiction project, so a coordinated regional approach is needed. I mean, sometimes you just really can't make it on your own. Project location. The limits of the project is focused on Harmony Road from Strauss Cabin to County Road 5. It's also going to be including our parallel corridors. While we're taking a look at Harmony Road in particular, we want to know why people are traveling through Harmony. Is it because our neighbors haven't quite built out their facilities yet? Perhaps we need to look at where people are wanting to go and why they're wanting to go through here. And, you know, as our neighboring communities are looking to develop their projects, maybe this gives them the encouragement they need to continue building out those parallel east-west corridors. Stakeholders would include CDOT, Windsor, Severance, Eaton, Larimer County, Weld County, and anyone who wants to join us. Essentially, this is a regional collaboration. We're trying to figure out what Harmony Road wants to be when it grows up. And that isn't just Timnath. Timnath is a small portion, but a lot of people are passing through us. Work completed to date. Initially, as a part of the NFRMPO, we took a look and it did a very brief operational safety analysis to try to raise this issue with the NFRMPO. That was completed in 2025, and we took that presentation to a couple of the I-25 coalitions and other agencies just to kind of raise support and interest in a project and a study. Other recent improvements include the restriping across the bridge in 2021 and CDOT rebuilding the ramp terminals. It feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it was in 2021. Additionally, we retimed the corridor with Fort Collins and CDOT. We have 3 jurisdictions managing 6 signals in 1 mile. That's a lot of jurisdictions managing jointly signals. Doesn't always work out well. Coordination meetings continue with CDOT, Fort Collins, NFRMPO, and the I-25 Coalition, and will continue. And Timnath and Fort Collins have worked together already to develop that scope of work. So what is the project? We want to develop a shared long-term vision for the Harmony Corridor. This includes going out from Fort Collins all the way out to Eaton. Do we want it to be 6 lanes? Do we want it to be do we want it to be 4 lanes? Do we want multimodal? Do we want transit? Do we want freight? We want to talk about these things with our partners, and we want to include the neighboring communities in the east in these conversations because they are passing through us to get to I-25, whether we like it or not. So we want to know what they're planning, and we want to make sure that we're building out our roadway to support the right things. If there's opportunities for transit or other options, we want to start considering those now with the support of our neighbors. We also want to consider Prospect, State Highway 392, and Kector as related routes. There's opportunities that those routes could potentially hold more capacity, and maybe that's where people actually want to go. So we want to know why people are traveling through us and where they're actually trying to get to. The project focused in the interchange area is going to identify intermediate, short-term, and long-term improvements. These improvements should build on one another, so we're not throwing money away just trying to solve an immediate problem today. The Weitzel Street intersection is one of Timnath's challenges, but we can't figure out the solution without looking at the interchange itself. We can do smaller things, but we want to make sure that we're making those decisions, we kind of know what we're planning for towards the future. This project will provide concepts, cost, phasing, and funding options. Next steps. We are working with Fort Collins, so if this IGA is approved tonight, they would be issuing an RFP sometime in summer of 2026, and we would be looking to select a consultant and begin the project in fall. The study is expected to complete about 12 to 18 months. It's going to be heavy CDOT coordination, heavy Fort Collins coordination, heavy Timnath coordination, you name it, we are doing it. So it's going to take a little bit of time to complete, but at the end of this, we are looking to have a comprehensive and realistic plan for how we build out that area going forward into the future. Questions?
All right, questions? Mr. Dakota.
Yes, so I understand that, the planning is to make sure that we're looking to the intermediate and long-term, but are there still some things that can be done in advance of the completion of the study?
Absolutely. We are working on, so currently the town has invested in its Signal ITS plan this year. So we are actually looking to get that wrapped up hopefully by the end of June and July. That'll give us a couple opportunities to look at our signal timing again, so we can kind of do that again with CDOT and see if there's any adaptive options or using some of our newer technology that we can do. Additionally, we're working through some other potential arrangements on interim improvements with adjacent developments, and as those opportunities come online, we can share more information.
Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem?
And we have talked in the past about the virtual, gosh, I'm going to name it incorrectly. What's the, is it the virtual traffic center that you guys have talked about? How does that play into this planning for Harmony, or does it at all? Like, can it help us get better data? How does all of our other investments help with this project?
Absolutely. So that was the project that I was just talking about that's getting wrapped up. We're purchasing our last bit of equipment, which we hope to have installed in late June and July. Once we have that up and running, that gives us opportunities to look into additional signal timing. We're already starting to receive data. It just requires a little bit of manpower. Kind of like a very terrible video game that I shouldn't play all night. But we're using technology to our advantage and some of the AI tools to try to evaluate opportunities for that signal timing. Recently, we made a timing adjustment based on feedback, and we updated it. We had an increased number of pedestrians that were crossing Harmony Road on the weekends, specifically at 9:30. We were able to use some of that data that we received and actually adjust that timing in order to not throw our signals into coordination, not to get too detailed, but we were able to already start utilizing that data in order to optimize traffic and still maintain safety.
Thank you. I didn't realize it was the same project.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, just thank you.
Very much appreciate your point that, sometimes you can't make it on your own. Please, I see the project manager here is Mr. Verada. Please send my regards and let him know that I expect it'll be a beautiful day when this is all complete. All right. Any more questions? Very well. Then is there a motion?
Yeah, I move to approve Resolution 39, Series 2026, a resolution approving the intergovernmental agreement with the City of Fort Collins for the Harmony Corridor and I-25 Traffic Management Planning Study.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Discussion? Councilmember
Yeah,
Jenkins?
I think this is actually critical for the future of the Harmony Road Corridor. It's also critical to have partners and to have good data behind it because ultimately some of the solutions that are likely to come out of this are going to be extremely expensive and well beyond any town of Timnath budget and perhaps even beyond any Fort Collins budget item. And so we really need to have the right data set, the right analysis, so that we can approach the federal government as well as the state government to do the right thing by the roads in Timnath. And I think that little graphic you put up about the average daily traffic tells a pretty big story, and also suggests that Harmony Road Corridor already needs to have a different classification within the NFR MPO, which I've argued for in the past because 14 has that higher designation, which means they get the top billing in terms of project funding. So I think this is absolutely critical for the long-term health of transportation within Timnath, but also through Timnath. I'm definitely in support of this.
Yeah, I'm also in support of it. I would like to honestly see, even though I don't get much of a say, I would like to see it go all the way to the top of the hill, up closer to the Banner Hospital. We make that trip around the 4:30, 5 o'clock every day, and that is a 20-minute, 1-mile stretch, maybe even less, just to get even on the highway. So I think efficiencies, I still remember almost 4 years ago joining Planning Commission and saying, well, why don't we just widen Harmony? And people saying that's not the answer, because the wider you make it, the more people will come, right? If you build it, they will come. So knowing how to do it and why they're coming and where they're coming from and is crucial. So full support. Thanks.
Mr. Dakota?
Yes, I'll fully support this as well. And, my anecdote is that I made a mistake the other day of taking the Harmony exit at about 4:15 in the afternoon and almost ended up in the interstate traffic lane. So I know it's important. It also overall is important to the town's economic vitality. If people are backed up, it's more likely that they're going to decide not to be going to our regional economic center, our retail, Costco and Walmart. And certainly safety is another big concern. So I appreciate that we're taking the initiative here to work with our regional partners.
Mayor Pro Tem, anything?
I really appreciate you bringing this forward, Kim. This is future looking, which I think we have to do at all times. I look forward to working with our regional partners in this. I hope we can come to resolutions in the future using this data-driven approach. Obviously, different communities have different values in what we want to see out of this corridor, so I hope we can come to a good resolution as we look at the data.
I also support this. Obviously, this is a regional challenge, and I appreciate the collaboration with our regional partners there. Anything else before we move on? All right. And all those in favor of the resolution approving the intergovernmental agreement with Fort Collins signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay? Passes unanimously. We have one item this evening for public hearing. I will call item 8A, ordinance number 10, series 2026. An ordinance approving a petition to include property within the Ladera Business District. Director Robinson.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. Yes, For you tonight, we have a petition to include additional property within the Ladera Business District. I want to hit a few highlights on this. The current proposal is consistent with the 2026 operating plan, which you reviewed and approved last November. As part of the Business Improvement District, it's zoned regional commercial, and all the areas are identified within their future inclusion areas. Last year, if you recall, we went through a similar process that included lots 1 through 3 within the Ladera Business District. This is a very similar request. It's including properties that were just recently platted with the South Ladera subdivision. It includes lots 8 and 9 that will be included within the Ladera Business District. However, they are amending that plat right now, so they're going to combine those into one lot. And then lots 4 through 7 will be merged into one lot and will not be included within the bid. Just to help orient yourselves of what we're talking about, here's just a little location map. The whole area highlighted in blue is the Ladera Business District. Last year, the red outline shows the area that was included within the amended and included into the existing Business Improvement District. The remainder areas are areas identified for future inclusion, with the exception of, like I said, lots 4 through 7 will be excluded. Petition tonight that we're looking at is the subject property to the south. These are lots 8 and 9 that will be merged into one. Here's a little bit more zoomed in detail of that lot. These are the lots that are being reconfigured with the amended subdivision. So again, lots 8 and 9 will be combined into one lot. Lots to the north, 4 through 7, will be excluded. The anticipated use there will be a residential product and would not be part of the Business Improvement District. With that, I don't really have any additional information. I know the petitioners are here, and if they want to provide any additional information, they're certainly welcome to do so.
Anything from Ladera? We are slated for a public hearing this evening. Nobody has signed up, but I will now ask if there's anyone present that would like to address council on this item. Seeing no one, we will move to council questions. Council, any questions?
One question. Or,
Go ahead.
so can you explain why those two lots are being consolidated?
Well, maybe the petitioner can, but again, so to maybe back up a little bit, the Business Improvement District will be a property tax that will be levied on that. The petitioner is proposing to issue about $30 million worth of bonds for public improvements. As this project continues, the Ladera project continues to transition from a former gravel pit and mining operation. As they reclaim that site, they're activating these lots for commercial development. Originally, Lot 8 was identified for one commercial use. It looks like their needs have changed and now are including Lot 9. I think originally Lot 9 was set aside for a possibility for a utility provider to come in for some infrastructure, and that's isn't anticipated any longer.
So maybe one other question. I know I brought this up at the first reading, but maybe the petitioner can address this. In the operating plan, my understanding is that there is no provision for private security, and I'm wondering whether or not that's a consideration for the future. That would help relieve the potential impact on our own police officers in responding to incidents.
Good evening, council members, Mr. Mayor, thank you. Nicole Paykoff on behalf of the Ladera Business Improvement District. Under the Business Improvement District Act, business improvement districts do have the authority to provide security services. At the moment, it is not determined whether or not this particular district intends to provide those services, but that's something we could discuss in the future upon the development of the project.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to approve the ordinance approving a petition to include property within the Ladera Business District?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, discussion. Councilmember Holt?
Nope, I think it makes total sense. If there's no longer a need for what was going in and the potential, either whether landowner or whatever establishment will be there, needs them both, I think it makes sense, especially with the potential revenue to facilitate the cost of the improvement. So, all for it.
Yeah, I think it obviously makes sense. I presume there will be additional properties that become part of the business improvement district as they're commercially ready to be occupied or further developed. So, this is to be expected.
Councilmember Chakota, anything? Mayor Pro Tem? I will also support it. So, all those in favor of the ordinance to include property within the Ladera Business Improvement District signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay? Passes unanimously. Council, we have reached the end of our agenda, so if there's no objection, we'll stand adjourned.